It's not every day that we have things to celebrate for. Most days it's like a Tuesday, just the same old things going on. So it can get a little boring and we might even get drained out. But maybe it's because we're celebrating the wrong things. We only celebrate when we reach something or somewhere in life. But when you actually reach that point, you notice that there are more hills and mountains that you need to climb right after that. So what I'm trying to tell y'all, celebrate the little things in life because there's so many things to be joyful for, even in everyday life. Now, with that said, we're going to start off our show with Mika, Celebrate. That was Mika with Celebrating. You guys are now tuned into TBS EFM 101.3, listening to What's Poppin', and we'll be right back after a word from our sponsors. Good morning, y'all, and welcome to What's Poppin' with Brian Jew on TBS EFM 101.3 in Seoul and surrounding areas, GFN 98.7 in Gwangju, and 93.7 in Yeosu. Now, here are a couple of things I want to tell you guys. Send us an email to efmpoppin@gmail.com if you have any questions about our show, or just want to leave us a little shout out and, positive message as well. Really encourage us. You can also check us out in our playlist on our website at tbsefm.soul.kr/EFM/What's Poppin'. We also upload pictures of our open studios and pictures of all our guests and, of course, me as well. And we recently opened up or uploaded our last open studio pictures with me, Punita, Alexander. It was a fun time, and we had some guests from all over the world. And, of course, we talked about Sunho's pictures last week about his hoodie because people were curious about his hoodie. One of my favorite hoodies. I'm probably going to snatch it off of him if I can fit into an XX small because he's a tiny dude. But Sunho, we got nothing but love for y'all. But yeah, it was a great hoodie, and I really want it, actually. I haven't seen that hoodie in a while. And also about our open studio, we will be having our open studio next Wednesday and also next Monday as well. So keep that in mind, y'all. That's our Christmas special. We're going to have a lot of people performing, special guests as well. If you want to be part of that on the 16th next Monday, we have guests like Lee Jung-ah, Palo Alto, Be Free, Occasion of Highlight Records, and an a cappella group called Exit. They'll be joining us and performing live, so you don't want to miss out on that. Be here by 10:50 a.m., and we'll get the show started by 11 a.m. Alrighty, guys, if you want more information, send us an email and ask. efmpoppin@gmail.com. That's the email right there. All right, now it's time for Pop a Verse. Now, y'all know by now what I do at this time is drop a verse on y'all about my thoughts on what we gave you at the very beginning of our show. So, let's get things started. Now, celebrating the big days and the achievements are a part of our culture. We get a promotion, then we go out and party, we get good grades. That's when we go out for something delicious with our friends, our parents, even our bosses, teachers, and parents celebrate when it comes to the milestones. It's great to throw a party when it comes to that, but instead of grunting and complaining the journey that leads to the top, how about appreciate the little blessings that are hidden in everyday life? Celebrate the fact that you have a roof over your head. Celebrate the honor your family and friends because not everybody has that, that love in their life. Celebrate a day of getting off work early or even celebrate that you got to clean your room and do laundry during the weekend instead of being grumpy on the chores that you have to do for the rest of the week that you haven't done. And make your own celebration day of the week so you can give yourself energy to keep going on for the rest of the week. I know I try to do that every day because to me, of course, a lot of people know I'm a little neat freak. Cleaning my house is a celebration. I know you guys think I'm crazy, but when you start doing this kind of stuff, you notice the things that you appreciate, and that's where true celebration comes from. So every time you guys come across a little thing to be happy about, say, ooh-wee, ooh-wee, la 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 la. Check it out, y'all. La 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 la. Yo. That was Mark Bronson with ooh-wee. Yes, I actually ruined his song. My bad, Mark, if you're tuning in. That's how it goes. If I don't know the song that well, I'm not going to sound too great on it because I don't know the melody. But you guys are tuned into What's Poppin' with Brian Jew. We're going to play the next song for you guys. This is Gorillaz with Feel Good Inc. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, guess what time it is? It's time for Brian's tips to tip the scale. Now, when I mean tip the scale, I don't necessarily mean losing weight. I mean, I'm going to give you guys all kinds of health tips. Because you know me, your boy B, is all about living a healthy lifestyle. And, I just want to share my knowledge with you guys so it can tip your scale towards a better life. Now, here's some unusual tips that you guys can do at work to help you be more successful. Now, first one. Don't delete your voicemails. I know a lot of people try to do that because you don't want to see that number next to your phone saying you got a new voicemail. Because when you have voicemails on your desk phone, or your smartphones, or whatever it is, you'll see that the flashing red light keeps blinking. And every time you see that light, it reminds yourself of how important you are. People want to talk to you, get in contact with you, and they want to get in contact with you so bad they send you texts and even voicemails. And it's funny because nowadays a lot of people don't really leave voicemails. They kind of be like, all right, he ain't answering his phone, so I'm gonna leave him a text message and expect you to call back. But that doesn't always happen because I forget to call people back. But that's the first thing. Don't delete your voicemails. Alrighty. Number 2. Display your awards. If you won an office award or received a bottle of champagne for good work, put it somewhere visible on your desk. It'll be another reminder of your achievements and also give you a moment to celebrate every time you take a glance at it. I do the same thing at home. It doesn't always have to be in the workplace. I leave champagne bottles that people give me for achievements that I've had in the past. Haven't drank them. Not yet. Or even if I drink them, sometimes I leave them on my counter or somewhere to display it, to look at it and be like, you know what? I done did good in my life. That's what y'all should do too. Number 3, smell good. I'm good at this one, y'all. I really smell good. So don't underestimate the importance of smell because 2/3 of adults think that the way in an office should smell will actually help with productivity and attitude. And it's true because I just had somebody come up to me today in the elevator and be like, oh, you smell delicious. And that's a good thing because it's better than smelling like doo-doo. You know, if someone comes up to you and be like, you smell like sweat, you smell funky, that's when you kind of realize, like, oh, your self-esteem drops, and you're like, oh, no, I need to take a shower. And that's the worst. If you took a shower and you still stank, you need to get yourself some good cologne or some perfume, ladies and gentlemen, all right? And I recommend a French cologne. I don't want to say the name brand online or on the air right now, but it's a good cologne. I've got great reviews. People come up to me, say I smell good all the time. I sound like I'm talking up a storm over here about myself, but it's the truth. It smells good. I recommend that cologne. I will DM y'all or PM y'all. Private message? Is it private message? Or direct message y'all on Twitter if you need it. All right, and lastly, I know a lot of people might think this one's weird, but play video games. You need to fill your smartphones or even your 2G phones, your old school phones, with fun games and distractions. They can actually help you to reboot the creative side of your brain, you know, because you actually have to think to play these video games. It also helps you relax and take a breather. All right, guys, so keep that in mind. For all you parents out there who are probably like yelling at your kids, be like, get off your phone, stop playing them games. Actually, you don't realize that these games can actually help educate your kids and be more creative for the future. So try some of these things at work, school, or even at home. I did the same thing. Like I said, I tried playing video games. I got all the game systems, the P whatever, the X whatever, the NIN whatever. I can't say the full brand names, but you know what I'm talking about. So keep that in mind. And get your creative juices flowing, y'all. But next up, we got Poppin' Roots coming up with a new guest, y'all. I know you guys are probably thinking, where's Michael Jones? He gone. All right? He gone. He going somewhere else. That's what I do. If I don't like you, I cut you. I'm just joking, y'all. Mike, you know I love you. I got nothing but love for you. Mike is a good family member and friend of What's Poppin'. But we do have a very new, special new guest, and I'm really eager to see what he's got for Poppin' Roots today. But with that said, we're gonna play the last song for the first half of our show. This is a very talented, multi-talented dude from way back when. He's still in the game. Great music. Little weird, awkward, peculiar person. This is Jamiroquai with Love Philosophy. All right, y'all, welcome back to the second half of What's Poppin' on TBS EFM 101.3. Now, some of you who have been listening for a while might be like, what? We're having a new guest? What happened to Mike Jones? But don't be sad, because Mike is still going to be on air on the Steve Hatherley Show. If you want to hear Mike's voice, it airs from 2 to 4 p.m. every day throughout the week, y'all. So you won't miss Mike at all, which is why we have a new guest who'll be joining us every Tuesdays to tell us about sampling. So we'll have him shortly in the studio. But for now, a message from our sponsors, and I'll be right back. Guess who's back? Brian Jules back. Tune to TBS EFM 101.3. Listen to What's Poppin'. Right now, we have an email from one of our fans. It's her birthday today, so I'm going to read that email for you guys. This is from Hero. Good morning, Brian. 매일 What's Poppin'을 듣고 있어요. 내일 12월 10일은 내 생일이에요. 브라이언에게서 생일을 축하받을 수 있으면 기뻐요. 리퀘스트 곡은 내 이름 히로를 담아있는 Hero by Mariah Carey. 내가 너무 좋아하는 곡이에요. 잘 부탁드려요. Alrighty, Hero, we're going to have this song playing for you. And we just want to wish you a very, very wonderful and happy birthday from What's Poppin'. And I hope you have a wonderful day, you know. It's a special day. It's a day you were born. So I hope you have a wonderful day with your friends and family and get all the gifts that you actually were hoping for. So this one's for you. This is Mariah Carey with Hero. All right, y'all. You guys are probably wondering who the new guest is. We're going to actually introduce him right now. Actually, can you introduce yourself right now?
Yeah, my name is Joe Park.
Joe Park?
Yes.
And today you'll be our new guest from now on, doing sampling music, of course, on Poppin Roots. Yep. Unfortunately, Mike isn't with us anymore, but like I said, you can tune into the Steve Hatherley Show from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. every day to hear his voice. But right now, we got Joe Park in the studio. So, Joe, tell the listeners a little bit about yourself.
I'm actually a music producer and songwriter, and been writing for like K-pop, and just basically been doing music all my life.
Awesome.
Classically trained.
Oh.
And all that, and most importantly, we sample a lot. So I'm always interested to talking about sampling and different artists and different types of music. So.
That's true, because you see a lot of the pop tracks nowadays, too. You're like, wait, I heard this song before.
Yeah.
And a lot of youngsters out there right now, they probably think the original artist is the artist performing right now. But you'd be surprised how many artists nowadays sample music and don't give recognition for the songs they take it from. Mm-hmm. And I just feel like we need to start doing that, because you don't want to piss people off. That's the wrong thing to do. You upset me, I'm going to cut you. That's what I say in life. Anyways, what songs did you bring with you today?
Today, I brought along with me a song from Melanie Fiona.
Alrighty.
You guys all know her. The song's called Give It To Me Right.
Alright.
And also the second song the sampled song was The Zombies, Time of the Season.
So what year did the song come out?
Melanie Fiona, this one, I believe, came out around 2009.
2009. Okay.
On her debut album.
Alrighty.
I believe.
All right, and is she an artist from the States, the UK, or?
No, she's an artist from Canada. I'm also from Canada, too.
Wow, we got another
Canadian.
It's funny how a Canadian guest leaves and they get another Canadian. That's awesome.
That's right.
I don't got no hate for Canadians. I love all people. So, Melanie Fiona is a Canadian R&B artist from Toronto. Cool,
yes.
cool. Now, how long has she been in the business?
Oh, she's been in the business for a while now, but
okay, this is the first time I'm hearing her name. That's why. So I was like, oh, okay.
I mean, the song that we're going to listen to today is like a big hit song, and the bass line is the most memorable too.
Okay.
Like,
maybe I have heard it. I just don't know her name.
Dum 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 dum.
And the night has come. That song, right? And I don't know the lyrics. When I don't know the lyrics, I sound like I'm speaking Vietnamese, Thai, and Chinese all in one.
So that's cool.
That's what I do.
Yeah.
I mean, the funny thing is, you worked in Korea and K-pop, and some of the demos that we get are the funniest demos in the world.
Oh, you don't even start.
Like,
I know what you're talking about.
Back in '99, when I first debuted as Flight of the Sky, the first single, of course, Day by Day, the lyrics were in English, but I call it Jinglish, as in gibberish English. Like, I don't know, forever love you and my today. I'm like, what is he saying? I was like, I'm not going to release a single with this weird freaking English. But a lot of K-pop song producers do that. It's funny.
Yeah.
I guess they just think that English sounds better in songs for demos. But please, if you're going to do that, make it make sense a little bit.
Yeah, I do
a little bit.
Yeah.
You don't do that, do you?
No.
Because you speak English. If you did that, that would just be really bad.
I can't do that, yeah.
Alrighty, we're talking about Melanie Fiona right now, though. Mm-hmm. So she is the artist who sampled the song, right?
Yes.
Alrighty. And the song she sampled from
was The Zombies.
Okay.
Time of the Season.
Alrighty.
And this is a classic song. You watch, they use the song in commercials. Mm-hmm. They like overuse the song everywhere. It's
That's why you know it's sampled, because it's everywhere.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it.
Yeah, like shows like, The Simpsons, South Park, even The Conjuring. It's just like,
this was in The Conjuring?
Yeah, it was, you know how sometimes they put songs like on the radio?
Yeah. I saw The Conjuring 3 times. I know, I love horror movies, y'all. Love horror movies.
Yeah,
I just love to watch.
That movie was awesome.
It was awesome, and I just love watching my friends get heart attacks. I don't know why. It's a thrill of mine. But right now, we'll actually listen to the sample first, right now.
It's the time of the season when love runs high. In this time, give it to me easy, and let me try with pleasured hands to take you in the sun to promised lands, to show you everyone it's the time of the season for loving.
I do know this song. And it's funny because I thought it was the other song. I thought it was Stand By Me at first. Because you went doo-doo-doo, But it's similar though.
Yeah,
Those two beats are very similar.
Yeah.
But yes, of course I know the Zombies, and it was in The Conjuring. It was in the scene when they first entered that house.
Yeah.
Back in the radio.
Yeah.
Great movie if you haven't seen it. But yeah, it's a great song. This is a great song. So Melanie Fiona actually sampled this beat.
Yep.
Did she sample the whole song, like the same melody and everything too?
I believe it's like...
Similar?
Yeah, mainly the bass line. So, I mean,
Okay.
basically you just need something that's very like... You can tell right away that, oh, this is from somewhere else. You know?
Alrighty. Now give all the listeners some information about the Zombies, some info that kids won't know.
It's an English rock band formed in 1962.
Whoa, way back when.
Yeah, so I don't know, the new generation of kids might not know.
Yep.
And yeah, that hits like, She's Not There, Tell Her No, Time of the Season, and yeah, this is one of the classic bands back in the day.
Are they a Canadian band too, or no?
I believe not.
Okay.
Yeah.
English rock band, you said. Okay, English. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
I was looking at the paper. I was like, oh, they're English. Okay, cool. Alrighty. That's always funny to me because if you listen to music from artists all over the world, especially English, people from the UK,
Yeah.
why is it that everybody who sings don't have an accent? Do you notice that? When they speak, they're like, hello. But the
Yeah.
moment they speak, they sound like they're from the States. Like Westlife does it.
Oh, really? Westlife?
Yeah, the only group that I noticed that has an accent, I think I'm not sure if it's The Wanted or One Direction because I get confused with both groups. Mm-hmm. They're both dudes with 5 members. The song that goes, the sun goes down, da, 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 da. In that song, you can actually hear the British accent. Mm-hmm. But Westlife, yesterday we played Flying Without Wings.
Oh.
Yeah, in that song, you would never know they're from Ireland. They have no accent. I don't know why they do that.
Yeah, if anything, you'd have to listen really closely for like maybe like one word, but yeah, they're pretty good at that.
I always wonder that. Maybe it's just phonetically easier to sing that way with the words anyway. But today we're not talking about Westlife. We're talking about Melanie Fiona, who I'm eager to listen to because, like I said, I've never heard this artist's name before. I might know the song. So actually, we're going to get into that song right now. This is actually Melanie Fiona's sample song, Give It To Me Right Now, sampled from the Zombies. Check it out. That was Melanie Fiona with Give It To Me Right. It's a good song. First time hearing it, but it's a great song. 'Cause I like that beat. Doom, doom, doom.
Yeah, it's catchy.
It's very catchy, and personally, I like the older hits better than the newer songs. I mean, don't get me wrong. I do like the new tracks. You're out with your friends at the lounges or the clubs, and you're like, oh, it's a good song. But the songs that you make, you're like, oh my gosh, that's my song. Are always the songs from the 90s and before that.
Yeah,
It's always like that. All youngsters.
Years.
Exactly. Those are golden years. And the youngsters nowadays don't know. They're missing out. So educate yourselves in the music world, y'all.
Yeah.
All right. Now it's time for the second song. And the second song is by an artist named
Justin Timberlake, JT.
Yes, now everybody knows who that is.
Yeah.
Mr. Frontman from NSYNC. Justin Timberlake, multi-talented actor, singer, entrepreneur. He made his own fragrance. He got his own, not a line of clothing, but he worked with a lot of fashion designers and he does runway shows and all that stuff. And the song that we're going to listen to today is
his latest single. Well, actually, it's not his latest single, but his first single on his new album, which is Suit and Tie.
Love the song. A lot of people hated it when it first came out. They're like, I don't like Justin's new sound. I'm like, it's good.
Yeah, it's
and
different.
As long as I got my suit and tie. It's very catchy, you know? See, that's one song I know. That should be on Poppin next time. All right, so now this song was sampled by, which artist did they sample this from?
They sampled it from Sly, Slick, and Wicked.
Okay.
It's called Show Nuff.
Show Enough. All right,
Yeah.
I did not know. I had no idea the name of the song or that they sampled it. I thought Justin was creative. He came up with some old school sounding beat. But the reason why it sounded old school and sounded great is because it was sampled from a great group in the past. All right, so give us some info on Sly, Slick, and Wicked.
Sly, Slick, and Wicked, they're like a R&B band, rhythm and blues band from like 1970s. And later on, they got signed to like Motown. So
Big name.
Yeah. You know, part of the big Motown family, and
So they're with like James Brown and all those big names.
Yep.
Cool. So they debuted in what year?
Debuted. I mean, they've been active since what, like 1970s. So
wow.
I'm guessing like somewhere around that time.
Okay. Cool. Then actually, since we're all eager, all you youngsters out there, like we love the Justin Timberlake song with Jay-Z. Well, we're gonna actually listen to the sample right now. That's a great song.
Yeah.
For all you youngsters out there who don't know this song by Sly, Slick, and Wicked, Show Enough, now you know that they sampled, or they were the actual original artists who had the song that Justin Timberlake sampled. And of course, he sped it up a little bit. The BPM's a little bit faster. But it's still, I was singing, I was like, and as long as I got, if he slowed it down, I think it'd have more of a chill vibe.
Yeah, I actually slowed it down in the beginning. It starts like really slow, and then they pick it up after like about 10 seconds.
That's right.
Yeah.
I've heard that song in a while. But I guess Justin did it because he, as a performer, since he is a dancer, the choreography would probably be harder to do it in a slower BPM.
Yeah, definitely.
Yes, but it was, as you know, it's like, and as long as I got my suit, it's a little bit faster, but I just wish Justin would actually, because he's a talented man, eventually he'll probably do one of his shows, slow it down a bit, try to get into that, Sly, Slick, and Wicked vibe. Because when I was hearing it, I was like, oh, this is so good. I was getting in my groove. I was getting my jive on, This is the type of music I like dancing to, too, or cruising to when I'm driving in the streets.
Yeah.
Great song, Sly, Slick, and Wicked. We're here educating y'all on some good sample music. And, of course, Justin Timberlake, he's a talented man. Now, let's talk about Justin Timberlake. Any information you want the listeners to know about Justin Timberlake?
Well, I mean, he's got two parts to his most recent album. But, I mean, I heard they came up with this whole album. They made this whole album within, like 4 weeks, apparently?
What?
Yeah, it was just recorded,
In 4 weeks?
Yeah, like hits, he just went to the studio, he was like acting for a while, making movies, and then he's like, you know what, and I've been asking myself, I'm like, when is he gonna come back? He's so talented, when he's gonna come back? How is he gonna top his, latest hit? And then he just came back, and in 4 weeks, bam! Came out with, a hit album.
He recorded a whole album in 1 month.
Yep.
But I'm pretty sure it had to have been earlier when he started the recording process, because it was in the news that he was going to come out with a new album, and he didn't come out with it for a month. So
yeah, I mean, he had like busy schedules and stuff like that. I guess he was I don't know, acting, doing all these things. So
okay,
yeah.
All right, y'all. For all you youngsters out there who love Justin Timberlake, featuring Jay-Z, of course, this is a song, Suit and Tie, but it's going to be the last song for our show. Thank you guys for tuning in. And we want to thank Joe Park for coming in today.
Oh, thank you guys.
You guys are going to be listening to his voice every Tuesday.
Yeah.
Yes, so get used to Joe. He's going to be part of the What's Poppin' family. So with no further ado, Joe, can you introduce the last song?
Last song we'll be playing is Justin Timberlake featuring Jay-Z.
Suit and Tie. With Brian Jew and Joe Park signing off, y'all.
Woo.
Peace.